Metal Sonic versus Cell. Honestly, don't know who's gonna win. Like, this is a great matchup. Comment in down below. Who you got? Metal Sonic or Cell? I will say I'm gonna skip.
Your reputation precedes you. Bring me your strongest fighter, or face... Salutations, Doctor.
Let's do ore farming.
Robotnik, your reputation precedes you. Bring me your strongest...
Like, he's ore farming for no reason.
Fighter, or face...
Then prepare to kneel before your master.
Metal Sonic right
Perfect.
there. Metal Sonic just ore farm right there, coming from under the ground. That shit was tough.
Tell me, does a machine like yourself ever experience fear?
Not anymore!
You're dealing with the ultimate life form.
I already possess his data. Observe. Chaos! Done. Life form beta successfully copied.
He was getting whooped so bad he had to freeze time in order to stop and counter him.
It'll take more than that to kill me, puppet!
I know. Now I know everything about you. Insect.
What's going on here, Seth? Like, you not gonna power up?
Don't you dare.
So, I'm confused as to why Cell really just let him use that move instead of rushing him then. He really stood there and said, "Don't you dare." Like, why just say that and not rush him and beat him up before he can even use the move? Like, that was the dumbest thing Cell could have done. I don't think, like, if Cell and Metal Sonic were actually fighting, he wouldn't have said that. He would have just hit him before he can even get that move off.
Just the greatest warrior in the universe. I am all of them!
Stop the cap.
If you are all of them, then so am I.
I'll never lose to a machine like...
I'll crush you.
So Cell didn't even use his newest transformation? Like, I'm confused there. Did they forget to include that? Also, since when did Metal Sonic learn how to do a Kamehameha? He didn't even see Cell do that. Like, when did he learn all these moves? I'm not confused. Like, what? Did I miss something? And why did Cell just stand there, just saying, "Don't you dare," like an idiot instead of rushing him? That just doesn't make sense. And I will say, without time manipulation, Metal Sonic would have lost.
KO! So, now Metal's got all the powers of the Chaos Emeralds and the Z Fighters? Well, that world's fucked. Our bad.
Cell may have been one of the greatest
Like, he was spamming that time manipulation power. That was weak. In my opinion, that's weak. You should just throw hands and not rely on. Like, you can use powers like fire and water and all that, but using time, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's crazy.
threats in Dragon Ball Z, but Eggman's greatest creation ultimately proved too much for him. Let's break this down into 4 categories: strength, speed, abilities, and adaptation.
Like, you can use it, but like spamming it is OD. I know I'm not tripping. That's crazy.
First up, who was the strongest? Well, it's no surprise that any version of Cell was gonna be way more powerful than base Metal or Neo. Even just using the manga, blowing up a solar system is far beyond the level of power output Metal can match.
Without his stronger forms. With them, the power gap entirely reversed. Not only could Metal match Cell's solar system busting or scaling from Frieza, but he could surpass it with the universe-destroying power of the Emeralds.
But hang on, Wiz. Those Namekians said that Cell was strong enough to threaten a universe on his own.
They did, but they didn't specify how, and there's nothing suggesting he could destroy it in one go, especially since it's only brought up theoretically and without any time frame.
Even being generous and assuming he could just blow it up, final bosses like Time Eater and Solaris can destroy the wider multiverse.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
And Super Neo Metal would scale to them. Metal Sonic takes the edge in strength.
And with Sonic characters being known for their speed, you might think that was an easy win for Metal.
At his max speed in his super form, he should be comparable to entities like the Time Eater, who in Shadow Generations can destroy entire universes in
Are people like in Sonic, are they faster than Z Fighters? Like, are they? I never thought about that. Like, are they fast?
seconds. By using the radius of the observable universe, we can
DBZ they're not just known for like fighting, but they're really known for their speed and how they be moving while they're fighting. So I wonder who's the fastest when it comes down to that.
estimate the Time Eater's destructive wave traveled at about 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Certainly impressive, but let's compare that to Goku's flight from heaven to hell shortly after the Cell games, which covered roughly a universe in distance at approximately 180 quadrillion times faster than light.
Oh, hey, just like Time Eater. The difference, though, was that Goku was in his base form, way slower than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Super Perfect Cell.
Factoring in Super Saiyan multipliers, Super Perfect Cell could move upwards of 100 times faster than that, and so 100 times faster than Metal Sonic. Somehow, Cell takes the edge in speed. You know, the thing Metal was designed for.
Wasn't expecting that. Let's see if any of their abilities could tip the scales.
They shared many of the same powers, like telekinesis, force fields, and energy projectiles. Of note though, Cell's regeneration was clearly superior, able to fully heal from a single cluster of microscopic cells.
On top of that, Cell's Saiyan genes would let him grow in power every time he almost died, and his Cell Juniors gave him the numbers advantage.
And considering Super Neo Metal had a time limit, Cell would have a big advantage in a battle of attrition.
But with Chaos chaos control, that became a lot tougher.
Cell and his juniors had no way to deal with Metal boosting his speed or stopping time. Something that countered Cell's speed advantage and left him open. And with Silver's psychokinesis, or the Emerald spatial distortion, Metal could seriously impair Cell's healing.
So it helped that Cell could fall back on his martial arts abilities in a pinch.
Despite effectively being a newborn, Cell's genetic instincts allowed him to best Earth's most skilled warriors back to back to back.
Metal may have copied Eggman's brains, but he definitely isn't as good of a fighter. The Sonic heroes haven't trained.
Okay, that makes sense why he was spamming that time manipulation stuff, because he wasn't that good at hand-to-hand combat. But to be honest, if you're a robot, like, you should already know or have the data of how to be moving on a professional level of fighting. Like, that should be the go-to.
Like the Z Fighters, and Metal's been beaten by all of them a bunch of times. So all that in mind, abilities is roughly a wash.
Which leaves us with the one thing they're both known for, their capability to evolve and become more powerful in response to their opponents, aka their adaptation.
And frankly, that's where this back and forth completely breaks. Because at the end of the day, Metal can copy Cell, but Cell can't absorb Metal.
Cell's ability to physically absorb an opponent is primarily viable against foes he can match or overpower.
Even if he took Metal by surprise, he can't absorb fully inorganic robots like Android 16.
Cell was only able to absorb Androids 17 and 18 because they were primarily organic.
They're actually more like cyborgs and are only called androids in the English translation.
Metal, on the other hand, can copy a target's biodata through only a few seconds of direct eyesight, something he could easily accomplish during a time stop.
And using it on Cell means he wouldn't just get Cell's powers, but the powers of all of the Z-Warriors too.
Remember, Metal's copying applies to abilities that fundamentally affect his own biology, like Espio's invincibility or Chaos's liquid body. Nothing Cell has would be off limits, especially given all of Cell's powers were genetically encoded in the first place, quite literally biodata.
Cell's Saiyan power-ups? Copied. Cell's regeneration? Copied. Cell's key techniques? Believe it or not, copied.
Chaos Emeralds are described as being able to produce life energy, similar to Ki, so there's a precedent for him being able to replicate Cell's power set. And at this point, there's nothing stopping Metal from, say, stopping time and using a Kamehameha to vaporize him at a cellular level, just like Gohan did.
Cell might be able to do anything the Z-Fighters know how to do, but that's not gonna help him, cause Metal can do anything Cell knows how to do. Strange, isn't it?
Cell just doesn't have any options to retaliate that Metal wouldn't also possess, including any of his previous advantages. Metal's copy ability is just that overpowered.
Oh, I guess now I get why they called it Sonic CD.
Why's that?
Cell died. Wiz, you get it? CD? Wiz, where you go? Come on back. Next time on...
I will say they could have had Metal Sonic win. Okay, cool, but like having Cell do stuff that was uncharacteristic, though, I just didn't understand. But let's see who's next to fight.
Battle.
Subscribe and join as a member to
Rize versus Bakugo. Okay, it's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be the next one I'm gonna watch. All right, if you enjoyed, like, share, and subscribe, and I'm out.